Tired of the same old radio talk show? There is an alternative. This is Gonzo Radio.
No, it's an intimate surrounding.
The fan
It's
bringing everybody together.
actually, here's what's great is you can't hear the fan.
Okay.
You can't hear if I turn this up, you can't hear the reverb or anything. Because I got the really good microphone over here. You guys have good microphones, or as Brian likes to call them, what, Fisher Price microphones. I have the safety pad on them.
We're doing comedy with these.
By the way, the people that I'm talking to, seated across from me, are the Degenerate Comics.
Yes.
That's what who plays bass. That's what I want to know. Who's the drummer? Who's the singer? That's what I want to know. It's got to be Damien Figler. Damien Figler, you are the singer.
Degenerate Comedy.
Just Degenerate Comedy?
Just Degenerate Comedy.
Okay, good.
It falls under the flag.
Oh, you guys. You know what? I love having you guys in here because you talk to the microphone and the microphone picks you up. Yeah. Everybody else we have in here, they could be like all up here in the microphone. They're like, you guys know to project.
That's right.
No, to project.
There's a lot of radio experience.
There's
four guys here. Between the four of us, we've got at least 5 or 6 months.
And the gentleman in the middle trying to recede into the background and trying to blend into the backdrop into the step and repeat, Mr. Brian Coronado. His second appearance on a podcast. He hates podcasts, but he's making his second appearance on a podcast. I feel special.
Something is substance. We're not just rattling off about something.
Fucking hates everything.
He has something to push. That's what it is. He has something to shell.
He's not a big fan of guys named Gonzo either. So this is a huge
what
thing.
The hell?
This is a huge thing that he's here today.
He makes fun of my microphones. He busts on my name. Yeah. But I notice you like that highlight, right? That highlight's good for you.
Free beer.
Good highlight. Good highlight.
He's upset the microphone doesn't look more like a penis.
You fucking know I love having you here. And of course, seated next to him. Who is now the he's only the second heaviest guy in the room because I'm here, motherfuckers. And it is weak. I do my own fat jokes. I don't give a shit. But it's Jonathan Cardenas, otherwise known as AKA as Fatchopz.
Fatchopz. Hey, Gonzo World, how's everybody doing?
You are our returning champion. You are our three-time winner.
Oh, what an honor!
This is your third time on the show, and seated next to him. Chris Roe, still doing, what are you doing now?
I am just comedianing.
Oh, okay. No, you're doing a million things. He's a producer, too, although he does a lot more complicated shit than I do. This little thing, my little clips and everything, and I make everything coherent, but I get the feeling you do, like, layered shit, and you, like, actually check on the sound levels, and you actually check on, like, the color balances, where me, I just go, render. Yeah, that looks good. Render is good. So, but
I'm brilliant because I'm handicapped.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Like
really?
Stephen Hawking.
15 seconds and it's already you leaning on handicap.
Professor
You're
fucking smarter than all of us put together.
Silence of the Lambs Part 2 ripped his face off, but he's smart.
Take it easy, Professor X. You're smarter than all of us put together. We know that.
But
thank you for being here because you're so damn busy. You're still working while you're here. You're uploading stuff. The minute he comes in the door, he's like,
mogul.
"You got an Apple charger?" Nope, sorry, I don't have Apple Power. Wi-Fi. I got shit to do.
I'm just trying to paper over. I'm more like Michael J. Fox. He's got to move around a lot and some excuses.
And get a lot of shit done.
You got a bathroom?
Not in here.
People with legs are less fidgety than Chris. He just does fucking wheelchair just keeps rolling side to side.
Clamp him down or something.
No, put the brakes on it.
I have bungee cords. But really, it is an honor to have all four of you here at the same time because you guys are you guys are. Are you the opening act in the Made of Metal show?
No.
The band's going to come out and do a set.
Everybody's their own thing on this. It's the first time we're doing something like this. The Culture of Metal and Comedy Festival.
Right.
I've since I started doing comedy with
Degenerate Comedy. I'm giving you the overlay treatment.
I know these guys for a long time. I've been wanting to do something with them. Mike from Made of Metal. Made of Metal is a great tribute band from the Broward County area.
That do multiple different bands.
Oh, every year. Yeah, multiple different bands a year. It just all flies under the name Made of Metal. Yeah.
Right on.
No, it's a beautiful thing that we wanted to do something together for a really long time, so we figured we combine forces. Comedy and metal. How can it go wrong?
And the
How
degenerate,
can it not go wrong?
the degenerate flag is something you've had since the beginning. I
About
can
7
remember
years.
it.
Yeah. Where we at, NATO?
And it's-
Coronado and I started Degenerate Comedy years and years and years
How would you explain it? It's sort of a mix of
Degenerate
comics
comedy.
that-
I mean, it really isn't even a fucking. It's not a group. It's just
Right, because
whoever
all
the
comics
fuck
are
I'm rolling
degenerates.
with.
How many people officially?
Really? I
There's
mean, there was the original 7. There was the original 7, dude, which was me, Perry Sack, Brian Heffern, and Nico Parada, Brian Coronado, Anna Lapelli. Fucking, and the reason was because we all rolled out together in the beginning. I mean, and right there we had just like minorities and gays and fucking weird people, and a general disdain for society. So I mean, we all play the game.
Perry
We all
Sack
do
went
our
mainstream.
thing.
Is that what it is?
No.
what we're saying.
Perry Sack rolls deep with us, man. I mean,
Perry
that's-
Sack,
cool.
to be a
Dude, he's
degenerate,
one
you
of
have
us,
to,
man. I mean,
you got to do a lot of things wrong. You know, you got to have
lot.
all.
not
you
even
got-
wrong. You got to do a lot of things right, dude. I mean, if we
Like a
can get
happier
along,
trench coat mafia.
shit. No, it is. It's like the trench coat mafia. Only we don't shoot up high schools. I just get like motherfuckers to piss.
Go
everyone
ahead,
off.
finish the joke. I dare you.
shooting up audiences with punchlines.
Quiet it just got. Jesus
Don't get me going,
What a
goddamn.
segue, David.
Don't
Jesus
hold up on
Christ,
my account.
don't get
Don't
me
hold
going.
up on
Don't
my
get me
account. You know, I do tasteless
The
humor.
Degenerate flag, dude. It's just a brand that we started. We've toured on, and it's just free speech, free thought, and free will.
Comedy with a certain air of scumbagness.
Not even scumbag.
Oh, why do you deny
like you're
it?
cleaning
David?
up.
Just
I
do
feel like
whatever the
lately-
fuck you want.
lately you
Dude,
guys are
here's
cleaning
my
up a
thing.
little bit.
Dude, political correctness is a goddamn
Yeah,
disease.
okay.
2019. This is a fucking disease. Humor is absolutely at the listener's fucking judgment. Okay?
Yeah. Totally agree.
I'm trying to think of how
So
to
you'll
put
never
this
see a
without going
PC
ape
comic
shit.
performing under the
No,
degenerate flag.
and by all means, I am not a hateful person. I'm the first person that will knock out a Nazi or a homophobe. I will go head to head. I've got Nazi
That's
fucking
hateful.
flame blood and in me, dude.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is humor, dude. The people that are truly racist are not on a stage with a microphone, dude. They're on the
Like
fucking
gangsters
farm,
aren't really
fucking their
rappers, so
sister.
rappers aren't really
Burning
gangsters.
their
Coming
crosses.
from the only white comic
Political
left who says
correctness
the
has
N-word.
No place in it, and the reason that I roll with these people, okay, cripples, minorities, and Coronado, okay, and why? Because they all
Cripples.
fucking get it.
You guys,
These guys
have
get
a
it.
token cripple in the crew. Everybody's got
Man, you're
one.
not a token cripple. You're just a fucking cripple. I got a token cripple. It's not you. Don't feel so
vintage.
special. You're vintage cripple.
Joe Senior, Kid Rock.
The token trifecta: a black woman in a wheelchair. That would be
There
the
is
token
one.
That would
trifecta.
be
There's
great.
like-
That
there's like a
transgendered
model.
woman.
Black lesbian, just lesbian.
Dude,
Just go
there's like a
lesbian. It's okay.
Transformer, Fucking Jimmy Timmy all combined model. Black girl. She's got like Downs, Parkinson's. She's got like that J Risk thing that he has too.
Down syndrome and
That's a falling heart.
She's
Parkinson's.
got the J Risk problem.
Shaken and stirred.
I asked for this. I really did. I was Jonathan called me. Fatchopz calls me up and goes, "Hey man, I want to get on." I was like, "Fuck right, let's do this. Yeah, I love it. Great, yeah." Because I've seen Damien like once, and I was like, "He's sick. I love it." And
Yeah, these
I
are
know
guys I
Brian
figured you'd
and-
like to meet.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah.
I know you're affiliated with the comedy scene, which we appreciate.
Yeah, man.
And if on the off chance that you might
a
be able to
total
sell some
wannabe.
tickets, we're here.
We're moving
here,
some
man.
tickets.
Dude, $10 in advance. Via
This is a
Ticketmaster.
special event. I mean, Culture Room's a great venue. We've been seeing metal shows there for years. I love it. I've been going there since,
Culture
I was,
Room.
since I was a kid, and they flew under a different flag. I won't speak their name.
But
Everybody
wouldn't you
says
say
that
it?
place
But
is
wouldn't
the
you
shit.
say it like Culture Room is the last bastion of underground music in
Yeah.
Broward County?
Oh yeah,
I
I've
mean,
seen
you
some of the
you
greatest
truly
metal
have.
bands of all time there,
But
and it's got a vibe where it feels
But
like
I've
this
seen-
is where we come to share
Well,
the
with
dark arts.
With
if you
Chamberlain's
will.
gone, they're definitely the hard rock alternative.
Right.
I mean, Jesus
Fashion
Christ.
beautiful.
punk
There's
music
something beautiful
alternative,
about
yeah.
Leon Russell, Johnny
what is
Winter, Robbie Krieger from The Doors,
There you go.
Denny Lane from Moody Blues and Wings. I mean, if you want to go into legitimate acts, what people will say, quote unquote, legitimate, we are treading where legends have tread.
Right.
This stage is where people on the way up, on the way down, and everybody in between.
That's where I
that is
saw
truly-
Sepultura.
Yes, Sepultura. Okay, Testament.
Pennywise. It's
Yeah.
a great place.
Hey.
So now we're bringing
Love
comedy
Sepultura.
here, and
So
It feels special, right?
It is.
Like
And
it was
it-
meant to be.
on August 18th, that's my 7-year anniversary that I actually first touched that stage as a comic.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I opened for Doug Stanhope there 7 years ago. On the
And
18th.
I've got a clip of it.
Beautiful.
And he still has the stain.
And it's a beautiful clip too, and I
gotta
can't wait
hear
to
it
show
so
you.
I can reference.
Well, no, you're not hearing it now. It's gonna be what kicks off the clip. But now that we've gone through the shameless self promotion and plug phase,
Yeah, that was fun.
we want to get to the RUFK. It's a really lame day in strange news, so I'm sorry, but I had to dig back into sports. Because the weirdness has continued with Antonio Brown, and you just watch the reports, and I'm about to roll the theme, which is a big setup, and it makes you want to say,
Are you fucking kidding?
Are you FKM? Are you kidding me?
yeah, I mean, seriously, are you fucking... So Antonio Brown, he of the guy who has threatened to retire if he doesn't get his special helmet. And the NFL told him, no, you can't have your special helmet. We've upgraded the equipment. You can't have your nasty old 10-year-old shit. And he had a hissy fit, and he said that he is absolutely positively going to retire. I'm never going to play football again if I don't get to use my special helmet. My special helmet!
How big of a
Fuck
deal,
him.
how big
What's
of a
that
deal is this
season?
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
What's that
He's
season?
a superstar. Superstar.
Superstar.
How
How
much
much-
was he making a season?
How much is he making a season? Let's see. With his extension, in the neighborhood of $24 million this year.
And he's threatening them with
Walking away
retirement.
for a
Take a
helmet.
knee?
Yeah.
Walking away over a helmet.
That's
Did he take a knee?
It's such
He's
bullshit.
a liar.
If he does,
It's bullshit.
he
It's
does, he
you know what it is?
deserves to lose the
It's-
money.
it's-
Exactly.
It's almost like you're hearing
Before we go
Vince
any further.
McMahon in the background. Okay, it's like Vince McMahon is on a headset and he's going, "No. Tell him you're gonna retire. Yeah, that's it. You're gonna retire. Never come back. Why? Because you got to rest because you fucked up." And he had his feet frozen. He got frostbite on his feet from a cryo tank.
Oh, so he's a moron, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
on top of it.
well,
listen,
he managed to get the
money does it walk
technician
away from?
blamed for it, but somebody was a moron.
I'm not
Will he
going to
get paid
pretend. I'm not going to pretend to know the
$24
inside.
million.
Right. I'm not going to pretend to know the ins and outs of a professional athlete's brain as I walk around, whatever the opposite of a professional
shit.
athlete is. But I know what it must feel like to have $25 million on the table, and it isn't smart to threaten to walk away from
Over
it.
a fucking
I would imagine
helmet, dude.
it's a two-sided argument, of course, because in a free world, you should be able to wear whatever you want on your fucking head. But in the
You're a
professional world, you
contracted
work for.
athlete.
That's right, you work for a corporation.
You're
And
a
if the
contracted
NFL
athlete.
if the NFL says you got to wear this stupid fucking helmet, or you're not going to make your $24 million,
Why does he want to wear his
the helmet.
It's a lucky helmet?
Well,
Are there pictures
it's
of
a
his
helmet
kids
that gives
inside?
it- no,
Okay,
yeah, right.
they're going to come
It's
up
a
with
helmet that
arguments.
he says
It's the
gives
same
him
way
a
as
better
hockey players
peripheral
came up with
view,
the arguments that
and it fits in
blocks
better, he's
their
more
view.
comfortable
Yeah,
with.
it blocks their view. That's what they
But-
say. Well, fuck
right.
your view. You signed this contract.
for $24
eat
million
shit.
bucks.
Yeah, just eat shit and just
So-
suck
Yeah,
it up.
what a
Lose a
weirdo.
little.
Yeah.
Everybody else is losing visibility with you, dickhead.
Right, and here's how I think.
Sorry, they're trying to keep you safer.
Right, here's how I know it's got to be, as we call it in pro wrestling, a work. Okay, where you almost, like I said, you almost hear Vince McMahon in the background telling him, "No, we've got to buy time for your frostbitten feet."
That is a
His
that is a
general
hauntingly
manager-
accurate Vince McMahon impression.
Right.
Can I hear that again?
I
Could you do the-
really don't think that's relevant to the story.
The NFL. Frost.
All you got to do is talk really
Sound
deep.
like a wrestler.
And
That's
Cut
fucking
a promo.
weird, dude.
but the funniest part is he needs to buy time for his frostbitten feet. So his general manager holds court and says, "All right, we've exhausted all the possibilities. We've done everything we possibly could. You've done everything you possibly. It's time for you to get here in or out." 3 hours later, he's in. Why?
Of course. 24 million reasons why.
Right.
And
well,
to be honest, with frostbite on his feet, it sounds like he should
Frostbite
worry
on
about what
his
kind of shoes he's wearing
Right.
instead of his
Frostbite
fucking
on
helmet.
his feet.
Like,
Well,
who
the-
gets frostbite on their feet?
In
You
the
run
NFL.
around barefoot in the fucking
Well, there's
snow.
there's
Fucking
special
NFL,
socks.
dude. It's not
There's
the
special
NHL.
socks you
It's
wear.
the NFL.
In a cryo
I
tank,
hope he
there's
was
special
doing like a
sock.
snow angel in the fucking front yard, and that's how he got frostbite on
Yeah,
his
well,
feet.
his
Cryo
boss said enough bullshit because actually
Have you seen
the
Demolition Soldier?
right the Raiders have what's called a 5-day notice. They can officially tell him you have 5 days to report to camp, or we're going to put you on the physically unable to perform list.
Good.
And you ain't getting paid shit.
Yeah.
You
Well,
ain't
I'm in
getting
the
paid
fuck 'em
nothing.
camp.
Is he married?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's married. He's married. Got 2 kids.
I'm sure he's hearing something for that right now.
How many times did you
Right?
beat her up?
Oh, it's craziness. It's just craziness. That's all. It's like I said, it's a work.
Fuck him.
Yeah, exactly.
Do a movie.
Do a movie. All right, like I said, it was a slow fucking day for crazy news.
Sure.
That's as much crazy as I could summon.
Really?
Well, without going political. I mean, I could go political, and I could just go.
upset Brian.
I could just go. Hey, Brian, how about that Donald Trump, huh?
You know, there was a Florida man that pissed in a kid's mouth this weekend.
Did he really?
Yeah.
See, can we talk about
See,
that?
I need
I'm
that
down
link.
for
Wherever
Florida
you're
talk.
getting
How
that
many
news,
times
dude,
does
I
that
need
actually
that
Florida
link.
man's
Right.
breathing child's mouth.
How many
I need
different
that
crimes?
link. Wherever you get that
Florida
news.
man.
That's
So
a lot of crimes.
Oh, okay. I've got to get that. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break and let you guys air out from between each other. And as soon as I can find the break, there it is. And we'll come back, and I'm going to subject all 4 of you to the 7 deadly questions. Even though, yes, Brian, you've done them before, you're doing it again right after this.
God, I love this shit. Bright lights and laughter. It's like the first time I got raped. or as Father Kelly called it, a surprise party. He said, listen, Figler, rape is such an ugly word. It's not rape if you yell surprise. It's a surprise party and you're the guest of honor. So my parents threw me one last week, and let me tell you what, my asshole didn't bleed afterwards. Oh, gotta love it. Yeah, nothing like a fucking kid raping asshole bleeding joke to get the night going, right? Yeah, that's what kind of people I'm around. Now that we know each other.
Gonzo Radio. Gonzo Radio.
And we're back here at the Gonzo Radio Show. As you can see, I'm leaning over a little bit. Everybody's leaning over a little bit because we got to spread everything out because I have. They're not just guests. They're a panel now. They're officially the Gonzo Radio panel. and we're trying to sneak everybody in. Everybody's pretty much in the. Now Damien no longer gives a shit if his left eye is in the shot. It's like, fuck this. And Brian is more than happy to sit in the back and go, I'm here. I'm cool. Would you like another beer? Is everything okay?
I'm good.
He's comfortable. Good. So glad to have you guys here. It's a fucking ride. I wish the break could have gone on longer, man. We'll yeah, but and just out of the frame. There's a reason why. But no, don't show anybody. So we survived the football part because like none of you guys are really like big football fans.
No, not at all.
No football, they know he's a moron.
Yeah. 20, what was it? $24 million?
Yeah. $24 million.
$24 million over a stupid helmet. Fuck you.
I
don't need to know the sport to know fuck
that.
that guy.
Just fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Just fuck that guy. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well then we're going to move on to the other interesting part of the show, and that is a little something called the 7 Deadly Questions, which I also happen to have a spiffy intro for. Hang on one second. Well, it's spiffy enough. All it is. No, it was there. I just didn't turn up the monitor. And I'm knocking microphones over and everything. So the 7 Deadly Questions. I gave you guys a little heads up as to what they're all about. But they are 7 questions based on the 7 deadly sins, and they happen to say a lot about the people and how they answer them. It really does. It says a lot about you. So let's get right to it, and I guess we're gonna do the answers from left to right. Then we'll just go from matriculate from left to right. My left, your right. All right. So starting with number 1, lust. Now the other 3 of you get a chance to think or maybe change your answer, but Damien,
lust.
Man, woman, fictional character,
alive or dead?
Alive or dead?
There's the question.
I'm gonna have to go out on a limb here and say, Gonzo, your mom.
My mom.
Is that the correct answer?
Is that the correct answer?
My mom.
Survey says
there's a really, really good chance that my mom is watching.
Hey, baby.
You can have all this.
Alex, I take your mom.
I don't even have my show glasses on. They've got me
Next.
discombobulated. Next, Brian.
Between, can I have 2? I can't.
2.
It's between Lisa Ann and Katy Perry.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're stuck on Katy
I
Perry.
guess we're on Lisa Ann then.
Okay.
Because the experience.
Well, yeah, but that was the last time it was Katy Perry too, so it's still Katy Perry. You're a faithful man.
Okay.
Who do you lust for? Man, woman, fictional character, live, dead?
So the question is, who do I most want to fuck?
Yes. Your hall pass, because I know you're married.
I know.
And she can be
that
dead,
makes
or he
things
can be dead.
difficult.
Or it can be dead.
It could be dead. I don't know. I'm into like
Warren Scott said woman dead, so
It
dark
could be dead.
freak kind of girl. Somebody like a Kat Von D or something like
Ah,
that. Somebody that I
actually.
know is going to be a freak.
Really?
A moron, but just a good fuck.
Something
you know?
that's stupid, like
Yeah,
dumber than a
something
box of
big.
rocks.
Right, yeah. Because I have a highly
Something you
intellectual,
could give the
beautiful woman in
pillowcase
house.
treat to.
Ah,
See, that's
good
me.
one.
See,
Good
I got a
one. Way
good,
to
I
get
got a
it
good
in.
woman,
I had
so
such
it's
a
just
great
something you
wife,
got
it's a hard
to
question
just
to
destroy.
answer.
Disgusted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't lust for
All right.
much, but if I was going to, it'd have to be a sicko.
Chris.
Well, can you rattle off? I feel like the menu is so big that I can't even process.
Man, woman, living dead,
This is a
fictional
single man
character,
who regularly feeds
historical character.
all of his
Mila
vices.
Kunis.
Mila Kunis. No,
It was
you can't
right
change
there
it.
in front of us the whole
Yeah,
time.
the whole time. The whole damn time. Okay, on to number 2.
She's not going to hold up well.
Answer.
Watch.
It will. Number 2. This is a good one. Gluttony. What is your favorite pig out food? What is a food you
What's
can't
your
live
fattiest
without?
fat?
Something I'll just lay in on and just not stop.
Yeah.
Oh, crab.
Crab?
Crab legs.
Crab legs?
Crab legs. Oh.
Yeah.
You're the reason why they always bring out 20 pounds?
Yeah, no, I'm the guy that orders 20 pounds.
It's just-
Yeah.
Right on. Brian?
Were you in Maine and you ate a bunch of crabs that cost like $30-something?
I didn't know that was lobster rolls.
Lobster.
Lobster.
Rolls and haddock fuck.
Lobster
The
rolls.
real deal, dude, on the coast.
His
Yeah,
dork
fuck
in Ken
off.
of Bunkport, Maine, and he gets like $30 lobster
The
rolls.
$30.
Wicked good.
I got a
Dude,
fucking
son,
grilled
I
cheese.
spent $60 fucking at that
He's
roadside
like, this is coming
stand.
out of the degenerate petty fund
Not
account.
even. That was my lobster roll fund that I had for like 6 months before that tour.
Jesus.
Who's gonna argue with him? Because he just chokes you immediately. As soon as you fucking, you can't disagree with Damien, or he chokes you to sleep, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
My go-to meal. Let's go with the number 5 at Taco Bell.
The number 5 Taco Bell.
It'll be the Nachos Bel Grande Gonzo.
Okay. With or without with a Pepsi.
Sure.
I mean, it's Katy Perry's drink, so
Well,
it's her sponsor.
Well, fine.
There you go.
Well,
Synergy. We're all about synergy here. Fatchopz.
Well, for me, a guy who regularly feeds all of his gluttonous vices, I don't say no to much. So this is a tough question for me. So in my mind, I'm putting myself like on death row, and this is my meal. You know, this is like my last meal kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm going like lobster tail, rib eyes, you know.
You get one food, motherfucker.
It's just one food,
you fat bastard. Come on.
It's going to be my mom's eggplant parmesan.
There you go.
Mom's eggplant
I'm going to eat my
parmesan.
mom's eggplant parmesan.
Very good. Chris.
And lots of it.
Yeah, it's got to be. It has to be Versailles Cubano, and with the dessert of that. What's that black chocolate cake that's super hot in the middle and
Lava cake.
Lava cake.
First of all, Versailles?
It's called something.
It's 100% those
Versailles.
Yeah,
It's called chocolate lava cake.
Versailles.
Versailles.
It's like Versailles.
The guy in the wheelchair is not supposed to mispronounce.
He's fucking illiterate.
I don't get out much.
That's like that clothing design Versace. Versace.
Okay, dude.
Versailles.
Really?
This guy made 5 times what any of us made today. Like, he made real money today. And then he just rolls in here.
He's
and
insulted my fucking intelligence.
Versailles?
He's insulted my intelligence. And the son of a bitch is going to sit there and mispronounce
Versailles! I can't believe that happened.
And he's not laughing with us.
It's
He's
Versailles.
laughing at us.
Yeah, it's all silent.
You're not Stephen Hawking.
You're Stephen Balking.
I'm just like everybody else.
There's your
My girlfriend puts my hands out one leg at a time like everybody else.
This show is complete.
Gonna make Brian blow beer out his nose.
That's good.
All right, let's move on to number 3. Hopefully, we'll make it through the whole thing. Greed. Okay, people are pack rats. No matter people who think that they're not pack rats, they are pack rats. What is it that you've got to have? What is it you've got to collect besides money?
Easy.
What is it that you got to have?
I collect guitar picks.
Guitar picks.
Guitar picks.
I've seen. Yeah, those I've seen those as a passion. Very nice.
Yeah, no, guitar picks. They're very small.
Right.
They fit in a jar. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take up space. There's no dusting it. There's no cleaning it. If you're going to have a hobby, guitar picks, man.
And pros monogram them.
Yeah, man. Oh, no, pros monogram them. I mean, even if you get them and they necessarily aren't monogrammed, at least.
Yeah.
You know where it came from.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's
they're
going to say it's not? That's
they're
Tom
going to-
Morello's pick. Yes,
going
it
to-
sure is.
I have a Slayer pick. True story.
Oh.
I have a Tom Morello Slayer bass player. That I did not get from Slayer. I got it from Testament.
Guy out in the crowd.
No, not even. I got it from Testament. Like long story.
He had the pick.
Oh, why is it got to keep coming down and choking out, you fat motherfucker? Sorry.
There's going to be
You
violence.
want one
There's
too
gonna
many
be a
beers and
violent
I
end
started.
today, I think.
No, now I'm
You
down
can't just
for.
call anybody a motherfucker.
No,
but I've heard it.
I love chops, but here's the thing: I weighed like 380 a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So any chance I get to call somebody else fat now, every chance I get to call somebody else fat now, dude, I go ape shit. I'm like fat.
I can call fewer and fewer people fat.
Fatty, fat.
My bad.
Fat. I'm still the fattest guy here.
Feed me beer and marijuana.
All right.
Where do we go
So,
from
Brian,
there?
you thought you were going to get away with this one.
Things you collect?
The things you collect, things you got to have. It's
Cats?
greed.
Does that count?
Cats?
Yeah.
Sure.
Probably
That's
not.
greed. Is that
Well,
a good representation
movies?
of
Let's go
greed?
movies.
Movies?
Yeah, because I always have to watch movies.
You
every-
obsessively collect movies.
Not obsessively, but
Oh.
I have to watch movies.
Okay.
I can't just.
And you don't want to give them up.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they're good to collect.
Yeah, they're fine.
Chops.
I don't know. This is tough to answer again because I'm not sure that things that you hold in your house, things that you hoard, is an example of greed. Like if a fire started in my house, there's nothing I would need to save except for my kids. So what am I really greedy for? I mean, I'm greedy like anybody else. I would take tons of money. I always have fantasies of like running the beach one morning because in my fantasies I'm thin. So I'd be like running on the beach, right? Like how in your fantasies you could still run. And I'm on the beach and like a bag just washes up with cocaine because I have like hood kid dreams, you know? Like I want a bag of cocaine to show up, or I want a winning lotto ticket, or
you want a Florida grouper,
I would love
Chops.
to stumble into money.
You want a Florida grouper?
Good dreams?
Yeah,
Square grouper. You want a square grouper?
Do you have like good dreams?
I'd take it.
I mean, a mix of both, but mostly weird, sort of.
Weird.
Yeah, you're making it weird.
Kind of
Yeah, tough dreams. But I'm not sure, Gonzo. I will never describe myself as a greedy guy, right?
Hoarder,
Or a hoarder. I perform for cheap, so book me, please. And you know, I don't want for anything any more than I think anybody else. Like I would take.
Burgers, fries.
Yeah, there's nothing that I hoard. You know, I don't have connections like that.
No,
I have my kids.
It's not a hoarding.
But I would take, you know, the genie in a lamp thing. I'd take $10 million. I'm greedy. Sure.
Oh man, but he didn't ask about genie in a lamp thing.
ask about no wishes.
About a genie in a motherfucking lamp, dude. I got way better than.
How did Will
guitar
Smith get
picks.
into this?
Dude, really? You get a genie
How
in
did
a lamp, and I
Robin
got
Williams
some
get into
guitar picks. Really? Fuck you, nigga.
Really
What
go
the
to
fuck,
Whole
man?
Foods. I don't hold anything. I wish
Hey,
I
maybe
did.
I should have a beer.
I mean, if the house is on fire, the only thing I'm running out with is my weed and my vape pen.
You don't
Okay.
collect
Needs
anything
fire
else.
Anyway.
Used to collect baseball cards, don't anymore.
Oh shit!
People who collect shit is weird.
You have freed
I grew
yourself.
up,
You
I
freed yourself. That's me though. I freed myself. I don't have shit but my guitar picks in this little jar.
Yeah.
Chris.
This got fucking weird real quick.
Yes, I have.
I heard a pause. I
David's
went
a
for
fun
it.
Drunk.
I'm not even drunk.
Like Tarantino movies, I guess. I have all of them. So.
Oh, okay.
You know, way past when I had a DVD. Like I just kept buying the DVD. I mean, a DVD player. I just kept buying the DVDs.
Oh, okay. The different types of DVDs.
Collector's item.
Yeah, the upgrades. DVD, Blu-ray.
No, not DVDs. Tarantino DVDs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you kept upgrading to
Anything he's
HD,
involved in.
Blu-ray of the same thing. At least you didn't start off. You didn't start off at like VHS and then work your way up. So you just got like all the modern stuff. Okay, good.
Oh no, I did.
Tarantino,
I have a sick
I'll
VHS
always see
collection.
his movies in the
Yeah,
theater.
Like Turner and Hooch and all those great movies like Tango and Cash. I had on the VHS.
Tango
I
and
almost
Cash,
made it.
Turner and Hooch.
If I see his
Really?
movies,
Harley
if I'm
Davidson,
always-
the Marvel Man.
Oh, shit.
Rocky
Every
1,
movie
2,
comes
3.
out, I'm always on it.
Cop and a
Right on.
half.
Right on. All right. Moving on to
Like I'm on a game show
sloth.
and I'm losing.
Sloth. Are you ready for sloth?
Sloth, love chunk.
Sloth. Yes. Yeah, hey, you guys. Sloth. What do you like to get out of doing? What is that?
What
That
does sloth have
task.
to do with that? Oh,
That
that's the
task
sin?
that you like to. I mean, you're feeling lazy.
Dealing with the general public.
Dealing with people. It can be a
dealing with
chore.
people. Dealing with people.
Can definitely be a chore. Brian,
Pains in the ass.
Jury duty.
jury duty.
I've never done jury duty, and I never fucking will.
A lot of people like to dodge that shit, though. They really do, and
Don't
that's
even bother.
yeah,
It's gonna go there and embarrass you.
yeah. Just like what's the case? Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Chops, you're waffling again.
Am I? I don't know. You didn't give me a fair chance that time. I don't think.
Pancake.
What do you like to get? What do you like to get out of?
Chicken and waffling. Exactly.
We're still working on greed.
Yeah. What was the question? The new one?
Sloth. What do you like to get out of?
Avoid.
What is that one thing you like to
I don't
avoid
like
doing?
hard work, man. I really got to be honest.
Just
with you.
manual labor.
Manual labor of any kind, being on my feet unnecessarily. I
Again,
fucking
no
hate it
shit.
all, man. It really is just such a
Unnecessarily.
Has anybody here ever seen the movie Wall-E?
What do I want to get out of, guys? I want to get out of my shift tomorrow, dude. You know what I mean? That would be fucking great.
Right on. Chris.
I have employees, and I hate just being like that guy, you know, the boss, like having to say anything that is involved, like a manager perspective, you know.
You hate having to give orders?
I hate it completely. I don't like the role. I like creating
Humble
and building
brag.
stuff.
Right.
No, come on, I'm not trying to brag.
I mean, I've got employees.
He's trying to get that golden wheelchair award.
You that saying an employee.
As tough as it is for me to not treat these people like shit. Every once in a while, I struggle
Hey,
to do it.
at least you found some people to work with you as a producer.
Like,
All right.
You know, I just don't do it.
So you
I
hate
avoid
being
it.
nice to your employees.
No, it's not like I do it all the time. and
They're
I
not
hate
going to
it.
make
I
a
just
new
don't do
award
it.
called the Topher.
Like, that's
Chill
not how I
out.
do it.
One thing Chris hates is Christmas bonuses for his staff. Hates that shit.
Oh, it's so brutal. So brutal. All right. So moving on to Wrath. Now this is usually a really good one. Wrath.
Oh, I got one.
Who in the world, and we're going to say alive,
I already know.
that is not Donald Trump, that you would like to punch dead in the face.
Really? Okay.
Donald Trump Jr.
Can I?
A living person.
No, a living person. And see.
'Cause, I mean, who wouldn't want
See,
to
there's
punch
many
Hitler?
factors. This question has many factors.
It does.
That you have to weigh this on.
Okay.
Because
Damien will
there's
choke out most people.
no, shut the
Talking
fuck.
about Dr.
I
Sylvia.
don't know.
God damn it, Chops.
A lot of people, but I don't know.
Shut up with the choking.
Looks a little sleepy.
No. A man that you want to punch in the face because do you want to go to prison for it? Do you like that? Is this like do I have any consequences
rules?
or do I
Do we go
not?
to jail, Gonzo, or do we
It's a
just
free
let somebody
punch,
go?
Come on, man, you're dealing with degenerates here.
Scott free.
Gonzo.
Hey, listen.
You're not allowed
Well,
to take
What are the
all right.
rules here? No
All right,
repercussions.
First of
No
all,
repercussions.
no repercussions.
No repercussions.
Right.
I get to throw my fucking hands in the air and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna punch the Pope dead in his fucking face. Oh yeah,
Pope
dude.
Frank?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm pumping. I am punching Black Sabbath Pope right in the grill.
He's
Oh,
the
man.
cool
Fuck him,
Pope.
his pandering, goddamn
What a video
South
that is
American
gonna be,
asshole.
dude.
Yeah.
But he's
Whatever.
the cool
Pope.
Fuck the Catholic Church. Fuck the
gonna be
Pope.
so
I would punch the
yeah,
Pope.
I mean,
no
yeah.
no
Dude,
repercussions.
so
I'm
fake.
punching the Pope. I'm
That's it.
punching the
That
Pope.
wins. It's really
I'm
not-
punching the Pope, dude.
Donation.
Hail Satan, Damien Figler. I'm on social media.
That is
Peace. I'm out of here.
such a good answer.
Dude, like straight up. Fuck
The Pope is a good answer, though.
Because that is going to be the most viral video of all time.
Yeah.
You
Of
are
all
instantly
time. Has to.
Of all
famous.
time. I'm
You're
God.
gonna be on every
I'm
late night
I'm
talk
bigger
show.
than Jesus at that point.
And you have to turn around and go, World Star! Bah, bah, bah.
No,
Sorry,
don't
no.
throw that in
You're
there.
going to be on Jimmy Fallon. He's going to be like, Damien, what took over you?
I
Did you
just-
say you were possessed by the devil?
No, he's going to be the new manager for the Fiend of the WWF.
Right.
You know, it's like, here, this is what you're going to do, okay? You know, you have to go out.
I'm still interested in who
I don't
you
watch
might punch
wrestling
in the face.
Oh, I
either.
got one.
Nobody's
I don't
gonna
watch
beat
wrestling
that.
either.
That's insane.
I know.
You watch wrestling?
What?
All right,
watch
Brian.
wrestling?
Nah, it's been a while.
I don't
Brian,
watch wrestling either.
before we continue,
Yes.
I have a message from your girlfriend.
God, Lord.
Slick back your hair. That's all I got. Sarah Cutler, the lovely Sarah Cutler,
Thank you so much.
has asked me to
Really?
ask you to slick back your hair.
She wants you to show
That's it.
more
I
of
have
that face.
fulfilled. You know,
Show more skin,
She
Coronado.
is my comedy niece. I'm the guy that named her the comedy queen of darkness, and she is my little partner, and I love her to death, and I have fulfilled my obligation as a partner.
Right.
Happy now?
My face is too fat. All right, so
Whoever your chief of staff is.
I'd punch Andrew
your number one employee?
Consigliero in the face.
Andrew Consigliero.
is a motherfucker that I work with, and I've been in that company for 8 years now, okay? The day I met him, I fucking hated this
Calling
kid.
it personal.
He walks in, he's like,
Somebody find this dude on Facebook.
he comes
we're
into
setting
my-
it up and we're charging admission.
he comes into my office and my trainer's like, hey, mama, what's going on? He starts rattling off about how his kids hate him and his wife's a bitch. And
Fuck that
like,
guy.
right from the
Right in the
second I
mouth.
met him, I'm like, fuck this guy, right? Then, about 2 years, because I avoid him, I don't like him. So 2 years later, we're in the same pod downstairs, and we're working really close together, and I'm behind him, and I hear him yelling at this person named Bobby. Bobby, you disrespect me, you motherfucker. Every day it's about Bobby. He's yelling at Bobby for, I would say, a good month and a half.
Is
Before I-
Bobby a dick?
No, before I finally go, I go, Mike, who's this guy he keeps yelling at? He goes, no, Bobby's his wife.
Oh, shit.
He's been screaming at his wife like that.
Nice.
He shoved her down the stairs at work. We have tape. This
Really?
mother
Are you
ordered.
calling him right now? You
I-
calling it out?
yeah.
You're calling it out.
All right, he gets Christmas presents
Get
because
this guy on the horn.
for what I do is like infomercials, so we have to get product in to evaluate.
I don't want to
Right.
beat
So
this
he
guy
puts a
up.
wish list for all the shit that his wife wants, so he doesn't have to pay for Christmas presents. Fucking scumbag. He's living in the past. He's 54 years old. He still talks about some fucking touchdown he scored like back at Polk High years ago with Al Bundy. Like this guy is living in the god. He's 54 years old. He almost set the building on fire last week because
Well,
he doesn't
here
know
we
how to
go.
work a
Piece of
toaster.
shit.
He doesn't know how to work a fucking toaster. He's gonna be 60 in like 8 years, 6 years, whatever. But I heard on Friday he's getting divorced. So it makes it all. So it makes it all
What's
worth
his
it.
name?
Andrew Consigliere.
Hey,
I've worked
Andrew.
with him.
Hey, Andrew.
All right, well, I
Brian
think
heard
it's
us
safe
through the
to say-
grapevine.
Knows I hate
I
him.
think
You're
it's
getting
safe to say
divorced.
we can say fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Nothing
guy.
tops
Yes,
off
fuck
a
that
knows
guy.
I hate
divorce
him.
like a punch in the face.
Holy shit.
Hopefully he's watching. Hi, how you doing?
Good answer. Good answer.
And happy
Good
divorce.
He's probably beating his wife right now.
Well, happy divorce. Well, soon to be ex-wife.
There you go. Sorry, I got heated.
All right, so how do you follow that?
Chops.
Oh,
How do you
I'll be
follow
honest
that,
with you
Chops?
guys. I got a pretty definitive answer.
Oh, you got one.
You might not like this much.
Oh.
I'll be real with you, but in the world of no repercussions, and of course, assuming that this is going to be a public event, much like we assumed you'd be on
Yes.
video punching the Pope, I'm going to fucking punch Vince McMahon right in his
Oh, do
goddamn
it.
mouth.
Good
I swear to
answer,
God.
good
The
answer.
real punch, not one of them fake wrestling punches, just right in the jaw.
Square
But
in the
pal.
shit.
See his knees
Going for the
buckle.
knockout
That's
button.
right in front of one of them big
But
old
pal, why would you
Trump-loving
do that, pal?
crowds.
Pal, hey, pal. Come on, buddy,
Teabag his
pal.
ass.
Yeah.
Pal, that's what Vince McMahon's like to say. He calls pal.
That's
Listen,
a face
pal.
that deserves to get punched in.
Come on, pal. Come on, pal. You can handle it, pal. You're dead serious. You just like fuck Vince McMahon. I hate that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I never hated him as much as I do at this moment right now. Now that he's on my
Why?
mind.
Because I'm doing a pretty accurate,
Yeah.
spot-on
the impression's
impersonation.
triggering me a little bit,
I
guys.
know.
I'll be honest with you.
It's really weird, but I can suddenly slip into Vince McMahon like anytime.
You should fuck his
Anytime.
daughter. Like the Macho Man did, right? Is that that's a real story?
Dude, his
right?
daughter's
The Macho Man fucked Stephanie
daughter will
McMahon?
beat the shit
Maybe.
out of you and me. and
Maybe.
him.
I can't say for
I think that
sure.
huge old jaw.
I think he did.
I've heard all kinds
The
of
Macho
crazy
Man.
rumors, and usually when you hear crazy rumors from people who have been up there,
They're 100%
they're
true,
almost
I know.
100% true. I'll say that. You know, you don't tell a story about somebody taking a shit in your fucking your suitcase unless it's true. Who would make that up? Like Hillbilly Jim took a shit in my suitcase when I wasn't looking. Who would? That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it does.
You know. All right,
good
Chris.
times.
Now that we've completely eaten your spotlight,
Yeah, I
we
guess.
can go first one time.
who do you want to punch?
Why does he get a spotlight? Because he's crippled.
Silent.
Step up.
Oh,
I hate the guy who came out of the pizza shop and he started like grilling me and yelling at me because I was parked in the handyman space. I didn't have my thing up, and this guy starts like yelling at me. I'm like,
Started
what are you, a
beefing with you.
fucking- I said, "What are you, a
Handicap
fucking?"
space, right? It's not the handyman space. It's not a
Handyman.
space
It's
for
a
the
living
guy
color.
that works on the building.
No, it's a
Why do you
living-
keep doing this with words? You don't know handicap parking by now? That's what it's
I don't
called.
like to admit it.
The handyman
It's my
parking
way
spot.
of what do you call it?
Dealing with
Reflecting
this?
it.
it's the PC. We can't do
We're burying
PC.
it.
You're surrounded by degenerates.
So you get one chance
You're
to punch
bringing it out
somebody
of
in
me.
the face. It's going to be a stranger
That guy?
who insulted you.
I mean, I guess it could be the guy that
the pizza
my
place.
ex-wife is with. If I got into like the passenger seat with him, I think I'd probably win. I think he's pretty highly skilled at fighting, though. But
yeah, but if he had
But
to
you
like,
gotta-
I have like years of pent up like resentment. You know,
Passenger
Yeah.
seat, though.
Never
Well, he's
underestimate
gotta be
rage.
I gotta be
strapped
in
to a
passenger.
chair.
Passenger seat,
I need my
F-150,
right hand.
bench seats, nothing
they gotta
between
be
you
able
and
to fight
him.
in the front seat of a car for this to
Yeah.
be fair.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
the guy
Bench
has to
seats.
be duct taped
Bench
to a
seats.
chair.
F-150. F-150.
Now that's a fucking fight. I'd pay to watch you fight somebody duct taped to a chair.
We could take a hammer to his knees.
Until I get knocked out. I'm pretty sure. I just
I bet because you got some of that
Upper
anger in
strength,
you.
yeah.
fall asleep. You
Right
know?
at the center.
Yeah, it's always those chill dudes that are like, he's
Oh,
really
Chris is
angry.
so angry.
No, I'm the nicest guy I ever met.
Yeah, because
Like,
he's,
you can just feel the rage,
I was
can't
trying
you?
to answer your
You
question.
can hear
the
Who
rage
I
in
like,
his
who I
voice.
hate,
he's
no,
nice,
I don't
like
know.
how the American Psycho guy was nice too. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
gonna
why I keep
lie.
it
I'm a little
clean.
scared, but
Patrick
you know,
he's nice in that Patrick Bateman kind of
I'm a
way.
little nervous, but it's all
Some
right.
water. I don't wanna keep
Check
your
that water. All right, let's
It's all
get on
fun and games.
to.
So Chris is quoting
Where we at?
Phil Collins.
We have-
music
Oh wait, can I
plays.
tell you
I missed
something?
that?
All right. We're up to
Sorry,
number
guys.
6. We're up to number 6. Hang on. We're up to number 6. Trying to get. We got 2 more.
Good one.
I'm trying to get you guys out of here by 9 o'clock. We're doing real good. We're doing.
There's no rush.
Yeah,
I
no
know there's
rush.
no rush, but I like to try to act like I'm doing something on time. All right, number 6.
We got other guests.
And no, we don't have other guests. Otherwise, I'd have split you fuckers up into 3 shows. Number 6 is envy. This is a good one.
That's a good
Envy. Who in the world would you love to life swap, switch lives with for an hour, a day, permanently? Who would be that? Me, I always say Richard Branson. Okay, Although I would rather be Richard Branson at about 50 rather than Richard
I'm
Branson
good.
at 71, but
I'm
still.
good on that. I'm good on the Richard Branson. I'm good on the Bill Gates. I'm good on all that bullshit. It's not about the money. Like, who would you life swap with?
Right.
It's gotta be something fucking really good. I mean,
Somebody epic.
no, if
What
I
are the
could life
parameters?
swap,
An hour a day, a week. Yeah,
What-
come
Come
on.
on,
whatever-
man,
whatever-
you lay down
whatever
a bunch of
parameters you
fucking
like.
parameters. If it's permanent is I would life swap with literally anybody who has a super steady income, where their bills are paid and they're right where they are, and they don't ever have to worry about it again. Really, I don't have fucking irrational goddamn like wishes like
You don't have envy
no,
like that.
dude, no, I don't have envy. I just know that I can't pay my bills most of the time, so it'd be fucking dope. Hey, support my comedy. Hail Satan.
Well, we're doing that. All right, Brian.
God damn, that's a question.
That's a tough one. Says a lot about a person.
Let's say any member of Guns N' Roses from 1989 besides Steven Adler.
Okay.
Right?
Because he got fired.
But well, he's
good.
he's an idiot. But yeah, I
He's
would
also
say,
an idiot, yes.
Because that's basically when Appetite took off. They went on tour for a year.
You want to
bro.
go be dizzy and just fucking
For a
rack house,
year,
dude?
yeah,
And just
let's-
rack house.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing it, bro. I read Duff's book. He didn't realize he was in Prague. Like,
Didn't
he
realize
doesn't
it.
remember being in cities. Slash's book, when you look through the pictures, he goes somewhere in Rome, somewhere in here, somewhere.
Well, let's
I
get
want
fucking-
that year of my life just to be a fucking blur and play rock and roll.
Let's get
Rock
real,
and roll.
dude.
All
You
right.
did. You got so fucking high off pop cookies in goddamn Massachusetts
Oh, yeah,
that you literally woke up 20 hours in the future and said, "Where are we?" And I said, "Maine," and you went, "What?"
I was staring out the window for 3 hours before I said
Staring
it.
out the window, you were under a goddamn jacket because there's a blizzard, and you're in the back seat, dude, out
Some
cold,
of his
Wu Tang
acid-
blaring.
his
Me and
old
Nico
acid
going,
kicked
"Is
back
he
in."
gonna live?"
I thought he was in a Stephen King novel.
I did coke with a Trump supporter. That's how fucking crazy that night was, bro.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Drank
that is.
Coke with it. What?
Absolutely, yeah.
Whatever. Hey, as long as you don't inject, it's okay.
Let's go with Slash.
Okay, so we'll go with Slash 1987.
89.
89? Okay.
Let's go with
That's
Slash.
a good answer because I would want to have the rich and the famous too. But I guess if I was going to tie it all in, if there's one thing I regret the most is like never reaching my peak athletically. I used to be an amazing basketball player, and I had my knees. It was sort of like after I wrecked my knees that my life sort of took a negative turn. So if I could be somebody who reached their peak athletically and then also had that sort of great rich life and all the bills paid and everything else, I guess I'd be LeBron James.
Yeah.
Because I want to be a black guy with a big dick too. I think. I think just yeah. So I want to be LeBron James for like a week or a couple of days or whatever it is. I want to be able to dunk a basketball and have like a 9-inch penis.
See, that's dope. But for how long? For life?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually for life.
For life. Yeah.
Yeah, for life.
Man, can I take my answer back? All the fat white women.
Oh, my God.
I want to be Pele.
There you go. All right, Chris. You're
I have
on.
to say it's one of two, but probably Elon Musk or somebody like that.
Elon.
Yeah, who knows shit. He like understands the future. You know, generally just knows more shit than everybody.
He knows.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's going to get us to the
creating
future.
ways for you to just think about shit and have a Bluetooth in your head. You know,
Yeah,
like
oh,
a
yeah.
little hair, and then you can program your whole house just thinking about it. That's some pretty fucking.
He'll come up with that
That's a very
stuff, too.
Professor X answer.
It is a very professional.
Well, the other guy was going to be Joe Rogan.
Dude, you're going to be able to
I think Joe
control your
Rogan-
robot legs.
Oh,
with
Joe's
your
the
mind.
shit.
Joe does everything, you know. Joe
Chris
does
must have said
comedy,
motherfucking
he does
face.
podcast, he owns shit, he works out, he's the man.
Well, his buddy Aubrey Marcus, I've kind of gotten into on it.
fan of Aubrey.
Yeah,
I just
Aubrey.
watched, like, 48 hours
Aubrey.
of,
Aubrey's
Joe
changed a
Rogan
little
straight.
little bits and pieces of my life. He just, I read what did I say?
They're on some next level shit with the
Rule the Day, Rule Your Life.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been reading that for the last year.
Yeah.
I'm in like my second and a half now. I'm thumbing through different parts, and he's been pretty amazing. He's actually, I'm 100 years old. I figured I know everything, but I don't. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
And the minute that you start to think you know everything, Read a book, dummy.
Yeah.
Well, it was through Aubrey's
Read, period.
podcast or
Truly
book
read.
or
Who is
something
this?
where I learned about people taking fecal transplants.
Oh,
This is
Yeah,
on,
that's
like,
crazy.
Have you heard about
fecal
this?
transplants. Yeah,
This is, this is where you actually,
They
one
take healthy
person sits
fecal
on their back
samples.
with their ass up
Is this
in
like
the air,
a
and the other person,
two girls, one cup kind of
yeah,
thing?
you
Oh,
make-
are
well,
you
no,
talking
make
about an
a
ass to
butthole to
ass?
butthole
Are you
connection.
talking about an ass to ass
Poop in
turd
each other's
transplant?
ass. Why can't you just let
Are
me
you
get
Why do
really?
you
done?
always have to bring the conversations to
No,
I know
no,
you're trying to
I
get
know.
through a
Because the
bit.
bit is disgusting.
But
But
it
it
is
doesn't-
Am I really?
But you understand.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's at this level of elite health.
My
here. No, really, in healthy living, where you take somebody else's
Like,
shit
don't
and
waste
you
it.
ingest it into your body.
Like,
It's
don't
just
waste
like
it.
Gwyneth
toxins
Paltrow
are.
would
My
do.
bad.
So you're
I
full.
got excited
But
because
it's
someone
It's like
proven.
it's like puking, but
Yeah.
instead you're putting shit up
I
your
heard
ass.
about it. through
It's like
Aubrey.
docking, but with more shit.
It's like bulimia.
Oh God.
docking.
Docking with more shit.
Right,
It's docking with your butthole.
Right. Thank you.
Oh,
So I was
That's it.
trying to
Put
say.
me with the degenerates and I'll get degenerate. I
there
like
you
it. Let's go.
Now you're
All right.
feeling the vibe.
So far, that was the peak of the conversation.
That was pretty all right. Wait,
stepped on
shameless
Fatchopz
plug.
dick with an ass to ass shit
Ass to ass.
transplant joke.
Just
Okay,
wrong.
so you know, I actually almost felt bad for about 30 seconds that I stepped on your dick with that joke, and then I'm like,
No, that's
no,
cool.
go fuck yourself, because dude,
That
the
was
fact
my
that
joke,
either of us
wasn't
would
it?
laugh about it, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Asshole to asshole poopage is
All right.
Really,
it's something everybody needs to see.
yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Jesus Christ, man.
All right.
Think of the different
I've just given
combinations.
the official mugging at the camera, like, oh no, they're on their own. All right, we got one more to go. One more to go. Pride.
Right.
What is it that you're most proud of? Accomplishment, production, thing.
Hey,
What? Okay. No, you want to cut the line,
That's
Chris?
worth it.
You want to cut the line? What's the joke, Chris? Come on.
Come
I
on,
just
go.
said
What's the joke?
All your questions are making me realize how cliche and cheesy my life is.
Uh-huh.
Like every answer I have is like the fucking worst answer.
I'm proud that I'm a dad.
Goddamn Boy Scouts.
Is this an intervention? Like on the low, you guys set up an intervention for me?
Hey man, why don't
After
you tell me the
person made
We
all of
Blows
my
goddamn slogan?
Basic
on,
Yeah, why
boys.
don't you answer
life.
this one first, Chris?
Come on.
Hey, now you get to
Get
go
in there.
first.
Yeah,
What's the question?
What are you most proud of? It's pride. Number 7 is pride.
As a man who has everything.
Yeah, the kids. You know, definitely the kids.
The kids?
Yeah, it's are awesome. My kids are me. My son is exactly me. You learn more about yourself. It's just, you know, like I said, cliche. You learn more about yourself than, you know, you can teach them.
Right on.
Yeah, I could say that too if I was lame because I have kids. Awesome, but no, if I really think
I've
about
been
it,
up for like 3 days.
if I really think about it though, and I know Chris can even relate to this too. If I think back to my youth and where I was headed, I was 19 years old. I was in jail. I was facing multiple charges. I was headed to prison forever, and I had everything riding on one court case. And I was in the streets banging and making money and dodging hustles and dodging the police. And I lived on the edge of society for years, and it was painstaking, and it had moments that ripped my heart out. And I'm thankful now to be living my dream as a stand-up comedian, something I never thought I'd be able to do, get paid money to tell jokes. I am a father and a successful partner. I've been with my girl for almost 19 years. I've kept her happy, kept my kids happy. So to not be in prison, not be banging in the streets, not be making all my money hustling anymore is a blessing. And I'm happy to be 39 and alive
Right on.
when it never looked like it would be that way at 19 and 25. Thank you.
As he reaches into his jacket.
Dude,
Watch
he's
out. Run.
He's
Run.
talking about dying from some drugs or
Run,
gangbanging
Fatchopz,
shit.
run.
He's not talking about heart attacks and strokes.
All right, Brian. Now that we've had our touching moment.
I don't have any kids or anything, but I just adapting, I guess, and getting older and learn. So when I was a kid, I played baseball. I got pretty good at that. And then I played hockey, got really good at that. And then I wanted to DJ, got really good at that.
Yep.
Then sales and now
What
comedy.
comedy?
I think like every 5 or 6 years or 7 years, shut up. I try something new. And I usually get pretty good at it, but, you know, I'm not the best. Obviously, I'm not the best, but
You're the king of mediocrity.
I like... But I'll never be the best comic. That's I don't.
He's really
good.
I got a shirt for him, the king of mediocrity.
Motherfucker. This guy could be my assistant at work, but he's gonna talk shit. Anyway,
I
so
I'll sell you if you train me, motherfucker.
I just say
Hold a rank on you.
I don't know. Every few years, I do something new, and I think that's cool. I'm just not getting stuck in doing the same thing over and over. I think that would really.
Don't ever forget, he'll be your manager, bro.
What a douchebag. He's like, you couldn't be my assistant.
No, and I kind of feel you.
Out here, you run.
I would make you the best coffee ever, Coronado.
Out here, you're the leader of this degenerate crew, but in there, you'd be Brian's donut bitch.
And you wear heels.
He prefers bagels, no poppy seeds. They get stuck in his faggot ass teeth.
I knew he was going to do it. He found a way to crowbar in there for you.
You knew I was going to fucking throw something in there. I've done fucking what? How many? What is it now? About 15, 18 states of comedy. Me and you and Prada.
A lot. I don't remember that.
A lot.
Yeah, you guys been fucking for a while now.
Yeah, right.
So pride. Things I'm proud of. Yeah, man.
Pull the mic out a little bit, but just so you can get into it. There.
Survival.
Survival.
Remember
Survival.
that?
Like he said, I mean,
Amazing
survival,
song.
dude. Just the fact that we're still here, we're doing our thing, we're rocking it.
Right on.
Proud. I mean, and shit, dude. I get to be around bands and comics and awesome lifestyle all the time and get paid for it.
You're
What the
essentially
fuck?
running a club, running a rock club. That's so Figler.
Yeah.
It is. It's so cool.
And we've
Dude,
seen
I
you,
think about
you
it all
know,
the time. It's so cool.
We've seen you doing security at fucking shitty
Yeah.
clubs for a long time now, so it's nice to see you at a great club doing your thing, you know?
It's a good thing.
Securing shit.
Everybody who I tell we're doing a show at Culture Room is like, what? Definitely going just because they love Culture
gonna be
Room.
epic.
Just because it's culture room.
It's gonna be epic.
Great idea.
You know.
You've been trying to put this thing together for years. It's nice to see it come
years
together.
and years and years. You know.
I don't know if we're off
Questions.
topic. Are we off
Where
topic? Are we off topic?
Where are we at on the questions?
That's it, right?
We're done. That's Pride.
Are we done?
That's 7.
We're
done there.
Shit.
Thank you very, very much
got
for
through
answering
that.
the 7 deadly questions. No, there's no prizes. Sorry, just people know way too much about you
Did I
now.
win?
Like how mundane.
I
Chris's
think we all
life is.
lost.
Yes. There's no winners in the 7
That's
deadly
supposed to be a
questions.
win for the audience. I hope nobody turned it off.
I'm
Hopefully.
gonna eat one of these wall sponges and get high.
No. Well, actually, the one closest to where I do my production, right? That might be a risk. Okay. Well, while we're here, we only have 2 things to shill. We of course have the metal comedy show.
Culture Room Metal and Comedy
Culture Room.
Festival. $10 via Ticketmaster in advance or $12 out the door. Saturday, August 24th. It's going to be the shit.
Less than a week away.
Doomskull is the opening band, and then we have Jonathan Cardani's Fatchopz, Chris Roe, Brian Coronado, and Damien Figler. You know, we're going to rock it out. We're trying to do something big here. We're trying to put Fort Lauderdale on the map. in a
Marrying
different
metal
way.
and comedy. Finally.
I've been doing this shit for
Nobody's
years.
ever done this in the history of comedy
So
except for Jim
Doomskull is
Brewer.
gonna-
No, man, I've been
Doomskull is
doing it.
gonna
I've been
open.
doing it
Yeah.
for years, dude, in like little independent shows.
That guy
Dude,
Dougie.
NATO will tell you when I had fucking motherfucker. Were you there at the fort, dude? When I had somebody fire themselves off the stage while Thrash or Die played.
I wasn't there.
Oh my god, dude! I put a thrash metal band from Miami, Thrash or Die, dude. They're amazing people. They're good friends of mine, Ralph and those boys. They're amazing. Look them up, Thrash or Die. So I put them on a comedy show, and I had them in the Fort Lauderdale Comedy Club. And basically, I turned a thrash metal band onto the stage of a comedy club with people sitting at tables, waiting like for more comedy. And the guitarist kid Ryan, he's still a god, dude. He stage dove through 2 tables full of comedy patrons. Took out the tables, cracked a rib, fucked
my
himself
God.
up, dude,
I
but
hope
went
that
down in
happens.
history.
I hope that happens on Saturday.
Yeah.
Legend.
Beautiful shit.
Legendary.
Come out Saturday, folks. $10. A lot of entertainment for $10.
Yeah, well, me and a few of my boys are going to be there. That's for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, are you kidding? My generation.
Excellent. And
Sabbath
they're
is
doing
right up
Sabbath.
our.
No, understand that Mike and Made of Metal, when they say they're doing a Black Sabbath set, they're doing a set that spans all eras, all vocalists.
Outstanding.
This is not, this is not just Ozzy era shit. They're going to do everything. This is a full tribute
Good.
to Sabbath.
Backside Dio.
And the reason that I did this show, my favorite band in the world, my father raised me on Black Sabbath from the crib on. I'm
that's
born
cool.
in 75. So this is a very big event. The energy that comes with this, I know it sounds stupid and hippie-ish, but This is
No,
a
no.
very good endeavor, and we're very proud
Black
of it.
Sabbath changed my
And
life.
I'm happy to have these fucking scumbags on it with me, because if anybody can handle a metal crowd, it's us.
And music
And,
is important.
Very important.
To me, the comedy and metal,
They go hand in hand.
there's some synergy there. There's a lot of anger and
Attitude.
and
Stage looks perfect.
The
Stage
musicians are shitting themselves after watching us go, because every musician that I've had come to my shows or see anything, and we've had a lot of our shows. A lot. I mean, Degenerate Comedy shit, man. We've had Collie Buds, the guys from Marduk. Who else? Steel Panther. A lot of guys have come to our shows after shows.
Steel Panther, big stripper band.
Yeah. They come, we have, Culture Room. There'll be a Culture Room this
all
fall.
bands that start with steel.
But it's one of those things where they always shit. And they go, man, how do you guys do that? Just stand in this little grimy bar room with 100 people, sweating and telling the jokes one-on-one. We go on stage with 500, 700. Doesn't, it freaks us out.
Meanwhile, I'd rather be them, right?
I'd
rather
them
be able
too.
to shred,
Just
goddamn
give me
it.
the money, dude.
Oh, I wish I
Money
could
to
shred a
dude.
guitar.
I want a green room 24/7, not once a year.
That's why I'll be there. I'll be just happy to watch these guys shred and play. And
Yeah, man.
Just give me that Gibson
honored to play the
SG and
stage.
get the fuck out of the
Just
way.
come out, Gonzo. Thank you for giving us all this mic
I'll
time.
be
dude.
there.
And
I'll definitely
I
fucking
really
be there.
appreciate the fuck out of all this. So,
I'm a total local comedy whore to the point
Oh.
where I know half of everybody's fucking set.
You're a big slut.
I'm
From
total
way back.
slut.
Yeah.
I turn around and find
You're a
myself.
comedy slut.
I find myself muttering
good
somebody's
spot to be.
set
You're gonna be
along
one.
with them sometimes, and I'm like, all right, shut the fuck up. Just be quiet. Because eventually somebody's going to look down and see me going, they're going to be like,
This is a lot of
fuck are you
assholes to
doing?
have on your show, too. Do you normally
This is a
have
lot.
4
Do
people?
you understand?
no, I do
like,
not
this
normally
is-
have 4
Okay.
people.
You ever had 4 before?
Never had 4 before.
How was it?
Listen,
Was
man,
it
And I'm probably
accurate?
never going to fucking have 4 again. But that's okay.
Dude, that's good.
I'm going to
dude. We
spread some
built that
shit out
board.
next
It's a lot,
time.
it's a lot to
Dude,
rattle.
I got like
It's
a
like
camera
the 4
like right
horsemen of the
here,
fucking
and,
apocalypse.
you
Only
know.
it's like pick which substance each one
And
of us dies from.
I sacrifice. I got you guys all in your shot. Me on my shot's all fucked up. I'm off to the side. Everybody, I'm being. This is avant-garde. This is me. I'm being avant-garde. I'm being off center frame. So,
Sure.
but it's been a fucking pleasure. It's been a fucking riot having you guys here. Are you kidding?
Thank you.
Before we go. And guys, by the way, we've spent most of the time with you guys in the frame because it
Well,
will.
that's what it should be.
Well, you're the guests.
Everything is
You're the eye candy, of course. But we do have something else to shill and something else to push before we go, and that would be Comedy Night at the Brass Monkey.
Sure, yeah. I'm very excited to be there. I've been there before. Brass Monkey's another awesome venue in Lake Worth.
It's been around for a while,
Yeah,
too.
this is the second generation of hosts. It started with a couple guys whose names I can't remember. Vital was one of them.
Nick.
And
Yeah.
Nick, right. And it was a great show. It's a bar crowd. It's very white.
It is quite Caucasian.
Yeah, it's
It
got
is
this
quite
weird
Caucasian.
sort of country vibe to it, although it's like a rock place, right? I mean, they got rock music playing.
It's a Lake Worth middle-aged
It's like
watering
you have
hole.
white people.
Big bar, though.
with
It
good
seats like
food.
300. I mean,
Right.
I've seen it packed in there,
Yeah.
standing room, and
Well, we've
there's
had-
maybe 50 seats in front of the stage, and then to your right, it's like a 90-seat bar. So
Right.
if that's packed and the place in front of you is packed, it offers this opportunity to get a real reaction from a real comedy crowd. So it's a bar venue with a real comedy flavor. I recommend it. You know, I hate plug-in places, but I am a big fan of Brass Monkey, right? It's called.
Yeah, in Lake Worth.
It's right off the turnpike in Lake
Huge
Worth.
fan.
No, I am. It's
I
right
know.
by my house.
It is. It's right off the turnpike, though, which is
I
beautiful.
forget everything. I just smoked
You get a
so
different crowd
much
every
weed,
time.
bro. But
We have no idea what you're talking about.
You
yeah.
get a different crowd every time. 5
Right.
times. Completely different crowd every time.
And it's great. I love
great.
the
It's
place.
always good, but it's completely different, like personality.
Well, I've actually
Get your tickets for that.
nurtured regulars there. Because I
That's the
have the same,
31st.
I have the
Brass
same
Monkey,
like 8,
31st.
10, 12 people show up every time. You know, I mean, even to the point where I've made Sarah change up her opening set. She's the host. I'm like, change it up, mix it up a little bit. Why? Because
Yeah.
the regulars are going. I heard her do that entire set last time, and she did. She did a great job of it. She busted out
that's
more
one
material.
of the toughest
so.
parts about being a host, period. Is
Right. Oh,
the
yeah.
pressure to change it up, especially if you're doing the same room every week.
Right.
You're going to run into locals who are there every week, and they're sitting right in front of you. They're the ones who are carrying the audience,
Right.
and you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want to play the same material.
It's a
to them.
monthly show.
It forces you to learn crowd work more.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
to make interact with these people, because usually that's what they want anyway. And in a small crowd, it's easy to hype the energy of the show up if you talk to them. Brian's got a lot of hosting experience. And
But Sarah did not before this gig.
right, yeah.
Okay, she did not. She was green coming in, and she was 100 miles an hour. She was right on.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure
good.
she had
It's gonna
points. She
take
got
practice.
pointers, and she had a couple of gigs to practice. But for her to hit it like that and handle it like that,
well, that's great.
so it was a fantastic job by her. That's part of the reason why I'm so enthusiastic to work with her. Yeah, because she's
so
really
are
good.
you on the show on the 31st, or are you just coming?
No, I'm just the sound guy.
Producers.
I'm the producer.
Not
I'm-
doing
I'm
a
the-
couple,
I'm the
couple
glorifi-
minutes, not going to take advantage, be a whore for that stage time. I mean,
I've already dropped a joke each show. The last 3 shows, I've
There
dropped a
you go.
bit to begin with.
There you
I did the whole microphone stand is really short. I feel like I'm doing the assembly at middle school.
well, yeah.
And then
If you're
I said,
sitting there staring at the mic, it's hard not to.
yeah, not hard to do something. And I even got Brian. I said, Brian Coronado, please report to the gym. You're late for hockey practice.
Nice.
And of course, he didn't even look up from his book. He didn't give a shit because yeah, you didn't look up.
Brian's very jaded and angry.
That's one of the reasons why I love him to death.
Very
It's just
dark
like
and
he's
emo.
unaffected.
He's an angsty child.
He's a child. All right, so yeah, make sure you get your asses to that show as well. Back-to-back weekends, back-to-back Saturday nights, the 24th and the 31st. It's going to be the 2 guys in the middle are going to be on both shows, and that would be Brian and John. And make sure you go to both of them because I'll be at both of them,
That's right. Culture
which will be
Room,
wacky.
Culture Room the 24th and Brass Monkey the 31st.
Yeah.
Can I
for
plug
sure.
something too?
Oh, plug away.
Yes, thank you. On Wednesday, Florida's Funniest Competition in City Place, West Palm Beach.
Oh, right
So
on.
it's the
Probably
finals.
recognize that.
Go,
And
Chris.
they narrowed down like 20,000 comedians to like
man.
3.
And you're one of them.
The money's riding on me.
Get it.
Chris is an easy favorite. He's my favorite to win.
Wait.
But of course-
Who's running book on this?
I don't know.
Who's
Are we
gonna win?
talk
Seriously, how about
honestly now, or are
let's
we
do
gonna-
that.
Give me 18 to 1 on the guy in the wheelchair.
Is it
This is
Carmen?
Mike's
Is it
Gonzo.
Carmen? Is it Jackie? Who is it?
This is how you really get in trouble in the
I got
scene right
money on the
now.
cripple, dude.
Let's talk about it.
Can you get 18 to 1 on the guy in the
Holy
wheelchair?
shit, dude! I
Are we
hope you're
talking
playing the
about
politically correct card.
Oh, man.
Dude, come on, man. Let's get the blue-haired, septum-piercing crowd behind you.
What about the people that come out of the
Good luck to all the
woodworks?
finalists. Every one of the finalists who is on that list certainly deserves to be there.
Absolutely.
They're all at the peak of their funnies. And
Now, wait. I have a question.
not.
Is
Good luck to
Nadeem Awad? Is Nadeem Awad on that list?
yes, he is.
Yeah, he
The
is.
Mad
Of course.
Bomber.
Of course
Has
he
he
is.
has he
Dean
finished
is on
above
it.
4th place?
Yeah, he's.
He's guaranteed to be third?
Like
This
I
one,
love me some
he's like the
Nadeem.
second runner-up. Everybody
Love
thinks he might win.
Nadeem, dude.
Yeah,
Good.
Nadeem's a beast.
Yeah.
Good. I've been
I was
touting
with him at
him.
the show in Naples, and I can tell you this much about Nadeem, and I'm never one
He's
to talk
funny.
shit, but Nadeem is the only one who got through in Naples who deserved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you want me
he-
to say
he
something
kills.
real,
Here's all
Oh,
the
it was
people.
like
I'm
that.
already in trouble.
Oh, Mateo is fucking.
I stay in
funny,
trouble.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nadeem now he riffed too, didn't
Carmen's
he?
a
He read the
favorite.
crowd and riffed.
Carmen, Jackie.
What's that?
He read the crowd and riffed. He read the crowd and
Who
worked
did,
it. Nadeem?
Oh, in the semifinals?
Yeah.
Really? Wow, that's
No, I mean
unbelievable.
you said out west.
That was still a competition.
I
You said
said
you
that?
was
You
the
said
last
he was the
fighter.
only. Was there a
No, he's
competition?
the only one that
I
was
said,
deserving. of
Oh,
the-
deserving of that.
I was
Oh.
in Naples, yeah.
Oh,
I was
okay.
there. I was one of the people who didn't get through.
Oh, okay.
I probably deserved that.
No, but I'm not saying he worked the crowd there. I'm just saying that
So what?
I've seen him read a crowd and change his setup.
Nadeem is a beast.
Yeah.
I don't deny his right to be there. And all the finalists are there for a reason. They're all very
I
funny,
know they are.
and they're all
You guys are weak.
they're all very
What's the
handsome.
names?
I already said who was it.
Pussies.
Jackie Sanchez is gonna win. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll say it. Jackie's gonna win.
She's
trying
an
to start
she's an
something.
assassin now.
Yeah, she's.
She's an assassin because you don't think this unassuming looking little girl is going to go up on stage and make you laugh, and you
I love Jackie. Big fan. She's gonna win. But I told Chris
She
he's
looks
my
like she
favorite.
doesn't wanna talk
I've
to
already
you.
told Chris straight up and down he's my favorite. I think Chris is the
Thanks, man. I appreciate
funniest
that.
guy on that list.
Oh,
Well, you know what? Then the Gonzo Radio Show backs Chris.
There's no way I'm gonna win it.
Yeah, I can't be upset if Chris wins. Anybody else wins, I'll be.
I'll
fucking
be-
pissed.
I'll be
my
upset if I
normal
don't win.
pissed.
If everybody like supports
If I'm
this
being
and we
honest.
get Chris
Right
Roe to
now,
win,
okay.
he will let us put him in a giant slingshot and shoot him through a fucking full loop in his wheelchair.
He's going to be
Dude.
impossible to
Hey,
deal
man,
with.
I'm going to be your hype man here, dude. I will get everybody behind
you'll
I
you.
will
see
do
him.
a go live
I will
from
get
that.
everybody
never
behind
gonna
you.
see him on
All you got to
Gonzo
do is get
radio
shot with a
again.
slingshot and
You know
fall.
what?
It'll
If
be
he
all
wins-
good.
Other day,
If
there's
he
that
wins.
kid that does the fucking the wheelchair jump on that giant ramp.
Yes, yes.
I want to be that guy for a day. I
There's a
changed my
few
answer.
of them.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You got
the
nothing to
genius.
lose. What's it
What a
going to do?
fact.
Unparalyze you?
Yeah, fuck
He
Joe
wanted-
Rogan.
Bunch of savages.
Fuck,
Elon Musk, but that was
Elon
vague.
Musk. I
Elon
want to
gonna
be the
send
wheelchair
people to
guy who does the
space.
flip. Google him if you don't know who that is.
Elon Musk doesn't even know how to
Wheelchair
smoke
guy
weed.
on the ramps.
I saw that fucking.
Pay no attention to me. I'm just going to sit over here and look at everybody going bananas in this. Hey, look, we got us a nice one.
Yeah, Florida's Funniest is definitely the way to end this.
It's
Hopefully,
exciting. I
just
mean,
edit
who gives a
this whole
fuck?
part out, Gonzo, if you don't mind.
What?
Start at the part where we talked about Florida's Funniest and edit the whole thing out, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
I'm
edit
thinking back and I
things.
already
Why do
regret
people get
3
so weird
things I
about
said.
this?
Well, guess
Because everyone
what?
talks about it.
It's permanent.
Are we still on?
It's not like this is the wake
are
up
we
late.
Yeah, we're still on. Why? Are you still talking?
I was gonna say something, but I can't.
Oh, come on.
No.
It's
Oh, come
It's one
on.
of those
This
rumors
is a
that
fucking
everyone's
thing.
gonna fucking talk about, and I know it's bullshit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what's this, dude?
A good podcast.
Uh-oh.
Dish.
Leave him with a cliffhanger.
Someone rigged the contest so that person could manage the person who won. And it came from the Fresh Drunk Stone Tour. You probably know who it is who said that.
Wow, dude. We're like, just
don't
give us a
know
little
anything.
taste, and you just name fucking
Say
names,
it.
don't you?
He
Nate?
broke out a serving spoon and filled that
We're gonna have
bitch
to
up and
edit
shoved
the
it down our
whole
throats.
ending.
Damn,
That's
NATO.
all you're gonna do.
Edit the end
Damn,
of the show.
NATO.
A career-changing Gonzo radio show.
Listen, if there's one thing we know about contests and elections is that they're all fair. Nobody ever tampers them. They've never been rigged before in their life, so everything is on the up and up.
Everything is fair.
And
Life
whoever
is
wins
fair. Life
deserves.
is beautiful. It's
Whoever
all
wins
safe.
deserves to win.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
I'm sure they'll be the
Drink
funniest person at
Kool-Aid.
least that night.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
Now, you know I'm in the adult entertainment industry. Okay,
Sure.
I'm in the strip. I'm in a strip.
He's
club.
a glory
Strip club.
hole.
Yes, I strip. Glory hole
manufacturer.
attendant. I keep it
'Cause I was
clean.
gonna ask if you work in a strip club
Structural
as a
engineer,
DJ
but
voice.
Right.
only makes glory holes.
Well, just recently they had a convention out in Vegas, the EDI, which is the Exotic Dancer International Gentlemen's Club Owners Expo,
Oh, it sounds
and they
like
have
fucking
awards.
ball wax in
They
there.
have awards for like best entertainer, best favorite
yeah,
entertainer,
cool.
best DJ of the
We
year,
all
all of
lather
that.
each other up real good.
Well, there's been there's been some controversy that some of the award recipients happen to work for clubs that sponsor the magazine or the event, and
No shit.
and
You're kidding me.
right and
Or you mean you can't trust strip club managers anymore?
Fucking
That's
dude.
unbelievable.
now it started off as a little wink, but of course with the proliferation of social media, it got to be a downright shit show, yelling and screaming. This was a couple of years ago.
Sure.
Oh, that guy sucks. There's no way he could be the DJ of the year. I'm like, I don't think so, man. I think if the guy's a professional and he at least meets the criteria, and then he gets the votes.
Oh, you were
Sure.
making a Florida's Funniest reference.
No, not at all.
analogy
Not
here
at
the
all.
whole time.
But one thing that, and I see that as being more legitimate because I've seen people who don't work for clubs that sponsor.
Yeah,
and they
well,
win.
Of course.
The
The whole event should be sponsored by an independent group of former comedians that judge all the way throughout.
Yeah,
to be honest, they
that would
shouldn't
be
really
fair.
be
That would be
club
pretty groovy.
owners and bookers because
Right.
comedy is subjective, but real comedians or at least professional comedians can see things like stage presence
Well,
and
do you need it to be
Confidence.
a contest? Do you need it to be a contest of whoever's the funniest person wins, or can it be a contest of whoever the fuck they want to hire?
well, there's a
the
lot of
most?
things
Or
interesting
one
not
about
like
this.
a win if they want to hire.
Is there
you
an
the most.
Olympic
person
gauntlet they can run of all the
everybody
bullshit
knows-
they're going to
everybody
deal
knows
with
the
coming up?
bullshit.
in the
The
Yeah, you're gonna
person-
turn it into a fucking
It's a
reality
whatever.
show.
Oh, really, dude? Like the
Night,
Olympic
you know?
gauntlet.
Well, that's the
fuck
thing,
fucking goddamn
there's a
last
couple
man
things that
standing.
we
People
know.
get all weird and they take it seriously.
There's a
It's
couple
not
things that
weird.
we know have to be true about the winner.
Start a career.
The winner is going to get 10 bookings that they have to do. Well, this is what I'm saying. They have to be able to do 20 to 25-minute sets.
Right.
And the contest is a 6-minute contest.
Right. So,
Right.
sure, they,
So
you know,
the whole thing is sort of
do 20
based in
bullshit.
bullshit.
You
they shouldn't give it to
goddamn
anybody.
The
contest.
judge never gets to see a 15-minute set.
No.
And nobody will argue, no matter who you think is funny and who's not. There's a difference between a 6-minute set
a long-term
and
set.
a 15-minute set.
I can't get one.
That's a lot.
When you're doing a 15-minute set, you're responsible for really entertaining this audience for a large portion of their time that's going to be
that's
in
the
that
thing.
seat.
If somebody who can only do 6 wins, then that'll change a lot of the way
There
people
could be
look at things.
There could be somebody who's got a very funny
I'm not taking
6 minutes.
seriously ever again.
Long
Yeah, well,
form,
yeah.
long form,
15-minute is
So
very
that's
weak.
why I narrowed
Right.
it down to the people who can do 20, 30 minutes, you know? 'Cause
Right.
I don't think they would do that.
And that's not how it's judged.
Yeah.
Right.
And then for whatever
Also, never
reason,
be taken seriously.
there's some big winners on our list. People who have won this Florida's Funniest contest have big careers now. There's Preacher
That's
Lawson,
right. They all win.
JB, and Eric Myers.
Showtime.
Eric Myers.
And you could say a lot for Orlando, who's been
Yeah.
on Fallon and now has an HBO special. So this contest has some legitimacy. And
No doubt about
Now
it.
if
With
somebody
the
slides in with a lucky 5.
That's, which some people say, again, for whatever your subjective
Everybody
it is.
says
But last year's winner, Alex Unseen, is a guy nobody's really seen a lot from. And he had a very funny 5 minutes that had a lot to do with the
He did it 5
musical.
minutes last night,
There was a
too.
lot of music that gets played, and it's a
Did
whole
the
big...
Figaro?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And it's a big involved 5 minutes.
Right.
But it's not
Yeah.
20. And if you're on the
5.
road trying
It's
to do
fucking
20,
5, dude.
the 20
5 in the improv.
is very boring. And it's
I
not
can't
the
believe
same.
that it's 5
Did you-
or
did
6
you- did you
minutes.
manage to
That's
see his
bananas
20?
to me. Why would you?
I have not seen a lot of Alex Unseen at all.
No.
I just don't like the name. I've
And I
never
never
even
met
heard
I mean,
of
Hey,
it feels
Don't
more like
it.
it
Right.
feels more like a bringer when it's 5 or 6 minutes. You know.
5 or 6 minutes, what does that prove? You know this
Nothing.
person has to do
Nothing,
20. So
dude.
either
5 or 6
half of them are either eliminated right now because
Right.
we know they're all 5 or 6 minute
I
comedians.
can't do
Right.
5 or 6,
And
dude.
why
tight.
should that half
know
have
what else?
been there in the first place?
You know
when
what
there's
else?
other 20-minute comedians who deserve that spot to perhaps, if you narrow this
I-
down and you make it a 20-minute comedian contest,
now you're going to narrow down those fucking people.
you've already narrowed down.
You
the-
cut it down 75%.
Sure.
Just
If
70.
you're
but
used to
you
doing a
can't-
half hour, it's hard to do 5.
But then you
It's
can't
much,
fire
much harder to
out
do
10
5.
comedians in a night, though. You can't, you
Yeah,
can't
right.
run
That
through
means
10,
it's-
12 in
is
a
it a
night.
contest
Oh,
to see
man,
who
I mean-
was
You
able
could
to
if
do
the
5.
judges were comedians.
Yeah.
And it didn't really matter who was in the
And they
audience
weren't
and how many
dick
people-
comedians
you know
who
what
are
would be
the
an interesting
hateful
contest?
fuckwads.
It would be an
Because you know
interesting
they're out there
contest.
too. I just don't
It would be
care. But
interesting
you
if
know
you
what
had a
I'm
bunch of
saying?
veterans
No,
together.
I don't
that's
like
right.
that
And they should
motherfucker.
get a bunch of veterans together and make them all try to do 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See the challenge of people like, you know what I mean? Big national headliners.
Right,
trying
but
to do 5 minutes.
the legitimacy of
Or
these
you can
contests.
cut down the numbers of the
I mean,
other
like I
guys
said,
that are giving
the
5
adult
to them,
entertainment wise,
hard
we've
to
gone
do,
through
man.
that a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's
I
kind
had
of
a
been
solid 21
disproven.
year in.
The legitimacy has actually kind of been proven of the award because you have a large number of people outside of the sponsors for the event, the sponsors for the magazine.
There's unbiased
Yes,
people
unbiased.
there
Because it is it's an online vote.
judging, right? Exactly.
And it's only a single
Or
vote.
you send it around to other comedians to see who they want
Yeah,
to vote
well,
for.
it's
But,
like-
whatever.
You ever
Who am
get-
I to say how? It's very difficult to put an event like this up.
Right.
We're lucky to have an event like this.
Right.
Exactly,
Competition is
exactly,
fun.
exactly.
At the end of the day, all this talking is because it's interesting anyway.
Yeah, it's
so
exactly what they want.
we're still winning. It's an interesting contest that rivals a bunch of shit, and it gets people to think
fights.
competitively
And have a good time.
And in a world of great set, bro, great set, bro, great set, bro, now you got to say that's the fucking best there is. That person is better than me. They beat me in every round of this contest or that night, and they're the reigning champ. It's cool. It's every hierarchies are fun.
You know, they never did
What else
anything
is there to
to-
work for if not to
That's
be
right,
Florida's
hierarchy.
funniest?
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll be Florida's funniest on paper, or sometimes you might just become a comics comic, or whatever the road may be. But it's still the journey there is amazing, and maybe it
fun.
wouldn't be as intense without.
Is
Florida's
South
fucking
Florida one of the
fun,
hottest
man.
scenes in the country right now?
I would
That's
say
a
so.
pretty great scene, South Florida. I mean, I've been to most scenes.
But it's different than
Yeah, I
scenes
got around to a lot of
anywhere
scenes
else
in the
in
last-
the
They
country.
cooperate.
What do you
There's
say?
big, long sets. You
different.
can
Right.
do 15 minutes.
Well, I
if
mean,
you-
a lot of people babble about, L.A., the Bay Area, San Fran,
They
Oakland,
got good
San
captive
Jose,
audiences here.
Well,
People
you know,
pay
but-
attention. They can
and
pack
Chicago a little bit,
I just
New York.
did a week. I did a couple
Atlanta.
shows
There's a
out
show-
in L.A.
shows-
Yeah.
with the
shows
Fresh
every
Drunk
night.
Stone
Right.
guys, and I split my time there between paid gigs and open mics. I was there for 8 days. Got a real sense of the vibe. We talked to a lot of comedians. They don't really have a farm league in the sense that we have one here.
Right.
Here, if you stand out in the open mic
Farm
scene
league,
and you start to become a funny 10-minute guy, and then you start getting hostings and you improve, and then you become a good feature, you can start getting into the improv. which is something we all take for granted because it's right there for all of us. Anybody can do it. We've all had hostings and weekends and amazing opportunities to work with professional comics that nobody else in the world gets those opportunities. There's guys in Chicago and L.A. No, I'm just saying, who can't even get into the improv.
Right.
It's not available to them. That's what I'm trying to say. In L.A., you can't get in that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's next level.
If you're
You
not
gotta
the person
have
who's doing,
50,000 followers at
that's
least.
right. Or you got to be the guy who's on Rogan's podcast. No disrespect to Rogan, I love him, but if you're not the person who's on that podcast every day,
You're
for a
nobody.
week, you're not getting in the clubs, even for a guest spot. Yeah. I got to see it because I was fortunate enough to do a guest spot with the Fresh Drunk Soul guys. I see. I'm skipping a lot of steps by being able to do that because these guys are not getting in on any farm league level. They're not picking you up out of the open mic scene to put you in the improv. And here in Florida, they do that. You can do that in Orlando or Tampa or Miami now or West Palm, soon to Fort Lauderdale. That's a lot of opportunities. Sure. So, yeah, this is a great place. This is a great place to learn how to do 20 minutes because you're only doing 3 to 5 in L.A.
Did you spit on it before you sucked it, pal?
I don't know what you're saying. Be grateful for the opportunities that you get in Florida. People shit on this place a lot.
I will say this.
And I think it's a great place to come up in comedy.
You can get up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can get up every fucking night down here. So
Every
if
night.
you're not advancing, if you're not getting better, that's on you.
Yeah.
You get up every night, bro. We were in what was a fucking place in Louisiana?
Oh, Jesus.
And we did the show Lafayette, and the people they're like, "Hey, do you want to check out the open mic?"
Was that the?
And I'm like, "Hell yeah, it's a Tuesday, right? It's where you got that fucking puppet or whatever it was from, the strip couple."
Oh yeah,
so I go to him, like, "Hey man, what's your scene like?" He goes, "This is it." I go, "You get up once a week." He goes, "Yeah, Tuesday." I go, "What do you do when you need to get up more?" He goes, "We drive to New Orleans. They drive an hour and a half for 5 minutes of fucking comedy."
Yeah.
5 minutes.
That's love.
And all those kids at the OMI were fucking
Well, I would drive.
but they don't have the chance to get better.
Right.
I would drive fucking.
No, they were good.
But
they weren't grinding.
Yep. And the grind.
That's
Is,
important to a guy
well, the
like
grind of
Brian.
South Florida is really starting to turn out great comics.
Fucking different here.
Brian sucked for thousands and thousands of
At least 3.5 years. Man.
All right. On that note, I think we're going to, as they say in the business, take it home. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much for coming in and making my Monday night so interesting and supplying me with great material. Yes, I'm going to cut this bitch up and use it as promos all over the fucking place because it's great. That's what I'm going to spend most of my day tomorrow doing. But Damien Figler, Brian Coronado, Jonathan Cardenas, Chris Roe, thank you very, very much.
Fatchopz.
We will we will see you guys in the next 2 Saturdays.
Fatchopz, everybody.
That will be awesome as always.
Super fat.
Thank
Super
you
fat
very,
chops.
very much for tuning in. We will catch you guys next Monday. Don't forget the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk every Sunday at 11 a.m. on the Gonzo Radio Network. And, of course, we do this crazy-ass shit every Monday, 8 p.m. here on the Gonzo Radio Network. You can catch me on the Gonzo Radio Show group on Facebook, Gonzo Radio Show page, the fan page, which I post a lot of my opening stuff for. The Gonzo Radio Sports Desk page, fan page, Gonzo Radio Show 777 at Gonzo Radio Show 777 on Twitter, at Gonzo Radio Podcast on Instagram. I'm in a loop. Pull me out. I'm Big Daddy Gonzo. These guys are getting a little rowdy now. Jesus Christ. Hey, easy. Don't choke them out.
It's Fatchopz, Gonzo.
We'll check
Why
you
is
guys.
that so hard?
What? I said Fatchopz.
Your name's
What?
Gonzo. You got to call me Jonathan Cardenas.
Oh,
You don't
okay,
see me
Fatchopz.
calling you
FBI
William
kicking the door any minute now.
Richard
Richard Williams
Forsyth III.
Forsyth.
Yeah.
Call me
Richard William Foreskin.
I think this all leads up to we're done here.
Where did I lose control? We'll see you guys next week.
For Gonzo Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for Gonzo Television Station. Coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.